Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am Dr. Supradip Das, Assistant Professor at the Department of Design, IIT Guwahati, and this is the 37th and last lecture of the course, Introduction to Toy Design. In this final lecture, we shift our focus from understanding markets and consumers to understanding how toys are actually brought into those markets. We begin by looking at how different types of toys require different marketing strategies. Educational toys, entertainment toys, technology-based toys, and preschool toys all communicate value in different ways, depending on who they are designed for and what they offer. We then focus the rise of digital marketing and how it has transformed the way toys are discovered. From there, we examine the role of social media in shaping toy trends and how algorithms influence visibility and attention, and how this affects play trends. Finally, we will explore how toys are used as marketing tools to influence behavior and drive purchase decisions. By the end of this lecture, you should be able to look at toys not just as designed objects, but as products that exist within systems of communication, influence, and decision making. You will be able to identify how different toy categories use different marketing approaches and why a single strategy does not work across all types of toys. You should also be able to analyze how digital platforms shape the way toys are discovered, understood, and chosen, and how this differs from traditional marketing environments. An important outcome is being able to recognize the role of social media and algorithms in shaping play trends and how these systems influence both attention and desire. This allows you to move beyond designing toys towards designing within system of influence, behavior, and meaning. As we move into this section, it is important to understand that marketing is not a universal or fixed approach. Different products require different strategies depending on who they are designed for and how they are meant to be used. In the toy industry, this becomes particularly important because toys serve very different purposes. Some toys are designed to educate, some to entertain, some to support development, and others to introduce technology. Because of this, the way these toys are marketed also changes. The message, the visuals, the platforms used, and even the language all depend on the type of toy and the audience it is meant for. A key idea to keep in mind is that even if two toys are similar in function, the way they are presented to consumers can completely change how they are perceived and whether they are purchased. Marketing, therefore, is not just about promotion. It is about aligning the product, the audience, and the communication in a way that creates meaning and value. Educational toys are typically marketed very differently from other categories because their primary value lies in learning and development rather than just entertainment. The messaging for these toys focuses strongly on skill building, cognitive growth, and the long-term benefits of play. Instead of simply showing children having fun, the communication often highlights what the child will learn or develop through interaction with the toy. A key aspect of marketing in this category is that it is largely directed towards parents. Parents are the decision makers and they are looking for reassurance that the toy is meaningful, safe, and beneficial for their child's development. This is why educational toy brands often use demonstrations, structured explanations, and sometimes even references to curriculum or learning outcomes. Trust becomes a central factor in the marketing strategy. Research also shows that brand credibility and perceived educational value significantly influence purchase decisions in this category, especially in markets like India, where learning-oriented toys are highly valued. The wild, science-crazy elastic balls marketing strategy focuses on blending high energy with showcasing hands-on experimentation with educational STEM principles, targeting children 8 to 10 plus years. The brand positions itself as science with attitude, emphasizing premium quality, safety, and collectible play value. Instead of providing finished toys, the marketing highlights the process of creating the balls using magic powder of polymers, water, and molds. Entertainment toys are marketed with a very different focus. In this category, the primary goal is not to communicate learning or development, but to generate excitement, engagement, and desire. The messaging often revolves around the cool factor of the toy. This could include association with popular characters, movies, or storylines, as well as visually dynamic and action-oriented presentations. These toys are often marketed directly to children using bright visuals, fast-paced videos, and emotionally engaging content. The aim is to create an immediate sense of attraction and desire. Peer influence also plays a very strong role in this category. Children are more likely to want toys that they see others playing with, especially in social or digital contexts. As research on toys and social media suggests, play today is increasingly social and visible, and entertainment toys often leverage this by becoming part of trends, collections, or shared experiences. The marketing strategy for the Talkboy toy, manufactured by Tiger Electronics, is considered a landmark case of successful movie tie-in marketing. The core of the strategy was the seamless integration of the product into Home Alone 2. The toy was not just for the movie, it was a central plot device used by Kevin McAllister to navigate New York, making it inherently desirable to children. Technology-based toys represent a growing category where marketing strategies emphasize innovation and interaction. These toys are often positioned as tools for future learning, combining play with technology in ways that feel modern and forward-looking. The messaging highlights how children can engage with digital content, explore new ideas, or develop skills relevant to the technologically driven world. Because these toys often involve digital components such as apps or augmented reality, demonstration becomes a key part of marketing. Consumers need to see how the product works in order to understand its value. This leads to a strong reliance on video content, app previews, and interactive demonstrations. Marketing in this category often spans both physical and digital environments, reflecting the hybrid nature of the product itself. Research on digital play ecosystems shows that these toys are not just objects, but systems that integrates physical interaction with digital experiences, and marketing must communicate this integration clearly. PlayShifu's marketing strategy focuses on communicating hybrid play, that is physical plus digital engagement, leveraging AR technology to make screen time educational for children aged 4 to 12 years. They position their product as a technology integrated STEM toy that fosters interactive learning, making screen time meaningful. Preschool toys are marketed with a strong emphasis on safety and early development. In this category, the primary audience is not the child, but the parent or caregiver. The messaging focuses on aspects such as safe materials, age-appropriate design, and developmental suitability. Parents are particularly sensitive to issues of safety and quality when purchasing toys for very young children. As a result, the visual language used in marketing is often softer and more reassuring. The tone is calm, informative, and trust-oriented, rather than energetic or exciting. Brands in this space often highlights certification, materials, and design philosophy to build credibility. The goal is to create a sense of confidence and reliability in the minds of parents. This reflects a broader principle in toy marketing. The younger the child, the more the communication shifts towards the adult decision maker. Plantoy's marketing strategy centers on sustainable play, emphasizing eco-friendly manufacturing, durable design, and educational value to target environmentally conscious parents. They leverage storytelling around their rubber wood materials, transparent sustainability reporting, and digital campaigns to build brand loyalty, positioning their products as both safe for children and beneficial for the planet. As we conclude this section, a key insight emerges. Marketing is not just about promoting a product. It is about aligning the product with the people it is meant for. Two toys may exist within the same category, but if they are designed for different audiences or purposes, their marketing strategies must differ accordingly. This means that marketing decisions cannot be separated from design decisions. The way a toy is designed, the material used, the interactions it enables, and the values it represents all influence how it should be communicated. For designers, this is an important realization. Understanding marketing strategies helps you design products that are not only meaningful but also relevant and understandable within the market. When design and marketing work together, products are more likely to connect with users, resonate with buyers, and succeed in a real world context. The toy industry has undergone a significant shift in how products are discovered and marketed. Earlier, toys were primarily introduced to consumers through television advertisements, physical toy stores, and in-store displays. Children would encounter toys while watching TV or visiting shops, and the decision-making process often happened within those spaces. Today, this process has changed dramatically. Discovery now happens largely through digital platforms such as YouTube, Instagram, and e-commerce websites. Children and parents encounter toys online before they ever see them in a physical store. This shift means that the first interaction with a toy is often visual, digital, and mediated through screens. The way a toy is presented online can strongly influence whether it captures attention and generates interest. Marketing strategies have therefore adapted to this new environment, where visibility and engagement on digital platforms are critical to product success. One of the most important concepts in digital toy marketing is what we can call the discovery shift. In the present, the process was relatively linear. A child would see a toy in a store or on television, develop interest, and then request or purchase the toy. Today, this process has expanded. Children often encounter toys online first. They watch videos, see demonstrations, and observe others interacting with the toy before they ever physically engage with it. This means that children are, in a sense, experiencing the toy digitally before owning it. They see how it moves, how it sounds, and how it can be played with. Research on digital play environments shows that play is no longer confined to physical interaction. It extends into digital spaces where children observe, imagine, and anticipate play experiences. For marketers, this means that the digital representation of the toy becomes just as important as the physical product itself. In traditional retail environments, packaging and shelf placement played a critical role in influencing consumer decisions. In digital environments, this concept has evolved into what is known as digital shelf. The digital shelf refers to how a product is presented online, particularly on e-commerce platforms. Instead of physically holding the product, consumers rely on images, videos, product descriptions, and customer reviews to evaluate it. This means that the visual and informational presentation of the product becomes extremely important. High quality images, clear demonstrations, and positive reviews can significantly influence purchasing decisions. In many ways, the digital product page now performs the role that packaging and shelf placement once did in physical stores. For designers and marketers, this means that communication must extend beyond the physical object to include how the product is represented in digital environments. To understand how digital marketing strategies are applied in practice, we can look at the example of Flintobox, an Indian toy brand. Flintobox operates using a subscription-based model, where parents receive curated activities, kits for children on a regular basis. This model itself encourages ongoing engagement rather than one-time purchases. The brand uses a multi-channel digital marketing strategy, meaning it engages consumers across multiple platforms such as its website, social media, and online advertisements. A key aspect of Flintobox's approach is its focus on parents. The communication emphasizes learning outcomes, developmental benefit, and the value of structured play. The brand also relies heavily on content-driven engagement. This includes educational content, activity ideas, and parenting insights, which help build trust and maintain long-term relationship with customers. Rather than relying solely on product promotion, Flintobox positions itself as a partner in a child's development journey. This case illustrates how digital marketing in the toy industry is not just about visibility, but about building sustained engagement and trust. Play today is no longer confined to physical interaction with toys. It increasingly extends into digital and social spaces. Children not only play with toys, but also record, share, and recreate play experiences online. This transforms play from a private activity into a shared and performative one. Research on social play ecosystems suggests that toy now exist within a broader network that include digital platforms, media content, and social interaction. Play becomes something that is observed, imitated, and circulated. This means that the meaning of a toy is no longer created only through direct interaction. It is also shaped by how it is presented, shared, and discussed in digital environments. For designers and marketers, this shift is significant. It changes not only how toys are marketed, but also how they are experienced and valued by children. One of the most influential aspects of digital toy marketing today is the rise of influencer culture. Children are increasingly discovering toys through YouTube videos, social media platforms, and content created by influencers. These influencers may be adults, parents, or even children themselves. Toy unboxing videos, for example, have become a popular format where the process of opening and exploring the toy becomes part of the entertainment experience. Influencers act not only as reviewers but also as demonstrators and trend creators. They show how toys are used, what makes them exciting, and why they are desirable. This type of content often feels more authentic and engaging than traditional advertisement, which makes it particularly effective. However, it also blurs the line between entertainment and marketing, making it more difficult for children to recognize when they are being influenced. Some toys become extremely popular in a short period of time, spreading rapidly across social media platforms. This phenomena is often referred to as virality. Viral toys typically share certain characteristics. They are visually appealing, easy to understand, and satisfying to interact with. They often involve repetitive action that are simple to perform and enjoyable to watch. For example, toys like puppets, slime kits, and fidget toys gained popularity because they produce sensory experience that are visually and tactilely engaging. Another important factor is shareability. These toys lend themselves well to short videos, demonstrations, and repeated viewing. Virality is therefore not just about the toy itself, but about how well the toy translates into digital content. Toys that are easy to film, easy to demonstrate, and easy to replicate are more likely to spread across social media platforms. Behind social media platforms are algorithms that determine what content is shown to users. These algorithms prioritize content that captures attention and encourages engagement. This often includes videos that are visually stimulating, repetitive, and easy to consume. As a result, the type of toys that become popular are often those that perform well within these algorithmic systems. Children are repeatedly exposed to certain types of content, which can influence their preferences and desires. Over time, this shapes what toys they become interested in and what trends emerge. This means that play trends are no longer driven only by design innovation or physical interaction, but also by how well a toy fits within the digital attention system. For designers, this raises important questions about how products are shaped not only by user needs but also by platform dynamics. As we reflect on this section, it is important to step back and consider a broader question. When a child expresses a desire for a toy, where does that desire come from? Is it shaped by their own curiosity and play experiences, or is it influenced by what they have seen online? Parents, peers, influencers, and digital algorithms all play a role in shaping what children are exposed to and what they come to want. This does not mean that all influence is negative. However, it does highlight the complexity of modern play environments. For designers and marketers, this creates a responsibility to think carefully about how products are presented and promoted. For novice designers, it offers an opportunity to critically examine the system within which toys exist. Understanding these dynamics allows us to design not only engaging products but also more thoughtful and responsible play experiences. In this final section, we will look at a marketing strategy where toys themselves are not the primary product but are used to promote something else. A toy premium refers to a non-product item, often a toy, that is offered along with the purchase of another product. This could be a toy included within a fast food meal, a collectible item inside a cereal box, or a small gift attached to a product promotion. In this case, the toy is not being sold independently. Instead, it acts as an incentive that encourages consumers to purchase the main product. Research defines premiums as items distributed in connection with the sale of a product, often at little or no additional cost. This strategy has been widely used across industries, particularly in food marketing targeted at children. What makes toy premiums especially interesting is that they shift the focus of the purchase. The decision is no longer only about the main product, but also about the toy that comes with it. Toy premiums are effective because they influence how children perceive and respond to products. Research shows that when a toy is paired with a product, it can significantly increase the attractiveness of that product. Children may become more interested in the product not because of its inherent qualities, but because of the toy that comes with it. In some cases, toy becomes the primary motivator for the purchase. The product itself becomes secondary. Studies have shown that toy premiums can influence children's attitude towards products and even alter their preferences. This effect is particularly strong in younger children who are more responsive to immediate rewards and tangible incentives. The presence of a toy changes the way the product is perceived, making it more desirable and more likely to be chosen. Another reason toy premiums are effective is the concept of collectibility. Many premium toys are designed as part of a series. Each purchase offers a different item, encouraging consumers to collect all variations. This creates a cycle of repeated purchases, where the goal is not just to obtain one toy, but to complete the entire set. Research highlights that collectible toys can drive repeated exposure to products and sustained engagement with the brand. Children may ask for the product multiple times, not because they need the product itself, but because they want to complete the collection. This strategy increases both short-term sales and long-term brand recall. Toy premiums do more than just attract attention. They can effectively shape decision making. Studies have shown that when a toy is paired with a product, children are more likely to choose the product, even when alternative options may be more beneficial or desirable. In some cases, the presence of a toy can even shift preferences towards products that would otherwise be less appealing. This demonstrates that toy premiums can influence not only what children want, but also how they evaluate choices. Research indicates that children are more likely to select products that include toys, highlighting the strong influence of these incentives on decision-making processes. This makes toy premiums a powerful tool for marketers as they directly affect consumer behavior. At this point, it becomes clear that toys in this context are not simply objects of play. They function as tools within a larger marketing strategy. A toy premium acts as a bridge between the product and the consumer. It creates an additional layer of engagement that extends beyond the primary product. The toy becomes a reminder of the brand, a source of enjoyment, and a reason for repeated interaction. In this way, toys extend the product experience beyond the moment of purchase. They continue to engage the child even after the main product has been consumed or used. For designers, this highlights an important idea. Toys can exist not only as standalone products, but also as components within broader systems of engagement and influence. While toy premiums are effective, they also raise important ethical questions. Children are particularly susceptible to marketing influences, and they may not fully understand the persuasive intent behind promotional strategies. When toys are used to influence choices, especially in contexts such as food consumption, concerns arise about whether this practice is appropriate. Research has shown that toy premium can encourage children to prefer products that may not be in their best interest, particularly in the context of unhealthy food options. This has led to debates about regulation and responsibility in marketing to children. The key question becomes whether such strategies are simply influencing consumer behavior or whether they cross into manipulation. For designers and marketers, this raises the need to think critically about the impact of their work and the responsibility that comes with shaping children's experiences and choices. As we conclude this section, it is important to reflect on the broader implication of what we have discussed. Toys are not always neutral objects of play. In many contexts, they participate in systems of influence that shape behavior, preferences, and decisions. When toys are used as marketing tools, they become part of a larger strategy that affects how consumers interact with products and brands. For designers, this highlights an important responsibility. The decisions made during the design process can have consequences beyond the immediate experience of play. Understanding these systems allow designers to make more informed and thoughtful choices about how their products function within the world. It also encourages us to think critically about the role of design in shaping not just products but behaviors and experiences. As we come to the end of this course, it is worth pausing for a moment to reflect on the journey we have taken together. We began by exploring what play is, why it matters, and how it shapes childhood experiences. From there, we moved into understanding different types of play, child development, and the unique needs of children, including those who are neurodivergent. We examined how toys are not just objects, but tools that can support learning, emotion regulation, social interaction, and identity formation. We then explored how design translates these ideas into tangible products, considering materials, ergonomics, interaction, inclusivity, and accessibility. As the course progressed, we stepped into the realities of the industry, understanding costing, pricing, manufacturing, and the gap between design intention and market execution. In the last few lectures, we expanded our lens further to include markets, consumers, branding, and now marketing. Understanding how toys move from ideas to real-world impact. What emerges from all of this is a simple but powerful realization. Design does not exist in isolation. Every toy you design will exist within a system of users, families, cultures, markets, technologies, and influences. As designers, your role is not only to create engaging and meaningful experiences, but also to navigate these systems with awareness, responsibility, and intention. The choice you make inform interaction, communication, and positioning will shape how children play, what they learn, and how they experience the world. So, as you move forward in your design journey, keep asking deeper questions, not just what am I designing, but who is this for? What does it enable? And what impact does it create? Let these reflections guide your work as you continue to explore, experiment, and design for play. And until we meet again, keep your ideas inclusive, your thinking open, and your approach to design thoughtful, responsible, and joyful. Have a wonderfully playful time.